just going to remind you of how it is done when you introduce someone, okay? So Torah is going to introduce me, Mrs. Thompson, her teacher, to her two friends, Avani and Carson, okay? Torah, do you remember how you did it last week?
Yes.
Okay, so now you remember we want to project our voice, meaning speak loudly enough so everyone can hear you, okay? So, ready? You remember their names, right? Okay. All right, ready? Go ahead.
Carson.
So remember, you always mention my name first because I'm way older than them and I'm the teacher. So you always start with Mrs. Thompson, okay? Okay, let's go.
Mrs. Thompson. This is my friend Avani and Carson. Avani and Carson. This is my teacher, Miss Thompson.
That is beautiful. Good job. Now I'd like you to say it with more excitement. Like Avani, would you please stand still? So you're going to say, Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Avani and Carson, my friends. And then Carson and Avani, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson. And you always have to say it with a smile, which tells them you're happy to introduce me and you welcome them, okay? Okay?
Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Carson and Avani. Carson and Avani. This is my teacher, Miss Thompson.
Good job! Woo! High five! Good job! Okay, so see exactly how you do it now. Okay? All right, thank you all. Have a seat. You did it last week. Great job. Okay, so Chelsea, you're going to introduce your teacher, Mrs. Thompson, and you will introduce me to Kalani, okay? All right, ready? Pause, please. So remember the hand gestures. You would say, Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Kalani. Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Kalani. Kalani, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson. So remember, it's okay to use the hand gestures, okay? All right, and project your voice. Speak loudly enough so everyone can hear you, okay? Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so I need this. Okay, so take your hand from behind you. And Mrs. Thompson, you want to point to the person you're introducing. Ready? Go ahead.
Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Kalani. This is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson.
Good job. Now let's try using our right hand. Are you right-handed? Okay, so Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Kalani. Kalani, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson. Let's go.
Miss Thompson, this is my friend Kalani. Kalani, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson.
Good job. Give her a hand. Excellent. And at that point, I would say, nice to meet you, Kalani.
Nice to meet you, Miss Thompson.
Good job. Woo, good job. Now we're going to switch positions. Let's switch places. Okay? Now you're going to introduce me to Chelsea. You ready? Remember, project your voice, okay? And hand gesture is always good. Ready? Go ahead.
Miss Thompson, this is my friend.
So you would say, Mrs. Thompson. Remember, I'm Mrs. So, Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Chelsea. Chelsea, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson. Go ahead.
Mrs. Thompson, this is my friend Chelsea. Chelsea, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson.
Remember, this is my teacher. So you want to kind of make a gesture, a hand gesture, letting her know you're speaking about me. Let's pretend we're in a room with a whole lot of people. How would Chelsea know who your teacher is? So you would do this to direct her eyes to me, okay? All right. Ready? Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is my friend Chelsea. Chelsea, this is my teacher, Mrs. Thompson.
Good job. Good job. And then I would, of course, say, nice to meet you, Chelsea.
Nice to meet you, Mrs.
Good job. Woo!